Hi, friends, and welcome back to Bobbing Along. This is Talking Ship, and I am so excited to have my guest with me today. This is my favorite person to talk to about Virgin Voyages, the one, the only, Miss Tamika Bloodworth. Welcome to the
Well,
show.
ahoy, Bob. Happy Friday.
It is Friday. Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm just your favorite person to talk to about Virgin
I
Voyages.
mean, you're my favorite person about a
Okay,
lot of
let's make that
things.
clear.
There are some stories that we will not tell on this video, but yeah, anyway. She is my train buddy. We'll just leave it at that. She's my bright line buddy back and
Yeah,
forth.
Brightline knows us very well.
I love it. So why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? What do you do? Obviously you're from Virgin Voyages, so explain kind of your role, how long you've been there, and kind of how all that works.
Yeah, so again, my name is Tamika Bloodworth, and I'm the regional sales manager for North and Central Florida. So I get to work with people like Bob, who we call first mates, and we help them grow their business. But it's not a one size fits all type of thing. So Bob and I have been working together about a year and a half now.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really nice is that we can do things his way with just a little bit of my sprinkle on top. And, my job is to just basically help him promote to you the best cruise line that's out there, which is Virgin Voyages. Um,
Correct.
I have been with the Virgin brand for almost 15 years now. June 1st will make 4 years with Virgin Voyages. I guess you can say I pretty much love the brand. And you know,
So
I don't know. I'm a pretty transparent person. So if I didn't love this brand, I couldn't sit here and pretend. You would tell that I'm lying. So I'm just excited to talk about all things Virgin Voyages. And I'm even more excited that I'm finally a guest on this platform here.
finally, I love you.
Finally.
So I kind of want to explain a little bit about how I work with you and why Virgin is a little bit different from some of the other cruise lines that I work with. So obviously in past videos I've talked about, I work with a handful of cruise lines and I really consider that to be specialization. Like I really focus on just a few, Virgin being the primary. I think that's obvious. Yeah, we love. But what I found in working with Virgin Voyages is that like the relationship that you and I have and the support that you've been able to provide to me is just is next level, and it's given me the opportunity to take my business to the next level as well. And that's what Tamika is the best support system there is, but she will also push you. She will also tell you what you need to be doing. And so, honestly, this YouTube channel is partly Tamika's fault. So, if you have any problems, I'll give you her email address at the end.
Yes. Give them my email address. You know what? I think that my mom used to always tell me growing up, like a closed mouth does not get fed, right? And it is just when you see people that have a passion in what they're doing, like yourself, um, it's infectious and it makes me want to work with people like you. My mom used to also tell me it's always about who you know, not what you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
working with an agent like yourself and having that the fact that you could text me, which we text way too much.
And I do.
The fact that you could text me and say, "Hey, I need a quick answer," or
Yeah.
"Hey, something maybe didn't go as planned. Can you jump in?" Those things really make the difference. And I think it's kind of funny because when I first interviewed for this job years ago, and they told me I was going to be working with travel agents, I was like, "There's still travel agents out there in the world?" And then COVID came and you guys had a resurgence of importance.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are back and bigger and out there
Mm-hmm.
more than ever. I also think the relationships that we have, we can do special things for special people. And
And there might be, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm jumping ahead, but there might be a little special,
there may, there
something. I
may
don't know,
be,
something
and
at the end of, yeah. I
you guys have to
maybe
stick around to the end to
correct.
find out.
Correct. All right. So, why you're here today and kind of why I wanted to talk to you was not only this little special surprise that we may or may not be teasing at the end of this video, but I um, I am taking advantage of something that Virgin Voyages allows us first mates to do, and so I have blocked space essentially on 4 sailings. They're called circles, but that's just an internal word because Virgin's got to have a funny word for everything. But
Yes,
um,
we are. Yes, we are.
but these
Shell
four
yeah.
sailings,
Shell yeah.
oh, Shell, I cannot. I love you so much. But these 4 sailings are locked in pricing.
Yeah.
They're locked in promotions from a little bit ago. And there's a reason why I locked these in when I locked them in. There's a reason why I selected these sailings, but I wanted to take this time and, like, with you, go through these 4 sailings, talk about why they're different, talk about why they're in this group, and we'll try to save you some money if you
And
book with
probably
me.
give me FOMO along the way because
Oh,
talk about all of these and I'm gonna be like, God, I want to be on that one, and that one, and that
yeah,
one, and that
you
one.
will.
Yeah.
You will. I chose well, I think.
I know
I
you
don't
did.
I know you did. All right, so up first we have a Dominican days. Now this is a very straightforward core. I call this core Virgin Voyages, right?
Yes.
It's a 5-night sailing from Miami, goes to Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic, and then over to the beach club at Bimini. I think both of our, like, soul reset place. It's like our
Soul. I leave my whole soul in this pool right here,
correct.
or in the
See,
ocean that way.
I don't go to the pool. I go that way. I go to the ocean. I'm not messing around with that pool. I go straight to the beach. But
Sometimes.
this is, like I said, it's really core Virgin Voyages. It's really, you get a taste of everything, you get a little sampling of everything. But this one is a Halloween edition. And I mean, I jumped on this one so fast because, there's nothing better than a bunch of adults really, like, diving into Halloween. I just, if you come by my house in Halloween, in fact, you're getting an invite to the Halloween party this year, but we go hard on Halloween in this house. And I think that's pretty normal for those of us in Central Florida. I think we celebrate 2 holidays a year, and Halloween is from August, September, October, and then Christmas is November, December. Um, but yeah, this is a Halloween edition. So there is a Halloween themed Scarlet Night, costume contests, and all sorts of little spooky things. So what do you think of this one? This one's good.
No, this one's great.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you why. Okay. Dominican Days is my favorite five-nighter.
Same.
We have favorite five-nighter, and it is the core. It's kind of one of the ones that have been around. This itinerary has been around since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But what I love is that even though we, you know, are going to places, we have 2 sea days. So you get to spend some time on the ship, getting to know it, eating all different places, all different times of the day, chilling out in the hammock if you wanted to, right? I love the 2 sea days because it allows you so much more time to get closer to the product.
Yeah.
Um, now I want to just say this, and I don't care who agrees with me or not, but Virgin Voyages owns Halloween.
Oh,
From the very first Halloween sailing we had, the
yeah.
level of epicness was so high, and it has become the most, well, one of the most
Mm-hmm.
excited, booked, has the most groups on it because it's not only about the costumes and the Scarlet Night, it's also about um, the nice little additions we do to the food and drinks while you're
Mm-hmm.
aboard. It's nice to um, be around just adults and not have to be do you could do your own trick or treating if you want to, but I'm saying like you're not, it's not about the kids. And so Halloween is absolutely epic on Virgin Voyages. Bob, you were not only smart to get space, but guys, this is a limited space
It
because
sure
these
is.
sell out. And so if you have been hearing about Virgin Voyages for Halloween, or you've been wanting to do something but do it different, this is a great one. And that space that Bob has is like gold at the moment, especially with the perks that is tied to it. So
So
great.
let's talk about that. So the pricing that I have for two people in a a central sea terrace cabin. So let's upgrade it just a little bit. Is $2,516. Now that same cabin is available for sale right now publicly for $2,900. So like $400 off
Yes.
plus we have $100 bar tab for that sailing thrown in as well, which is not currently available. So
Correct.
if you want that bar tab and you want that $400 off of sailing, I think it's me you should be calling. I don't know. Just
And
throw
I
that
think
out there.
you should start looking for your Halloween costume.
Correct. Because people come hard. This is like a real
Serious
thing.
business. No, it's serious business.
It's no joke. Like the looks are normally important for a Virgin Voyages sailing. Like I think that that's true, but like times 1,000 for
I
Halloween.
agree. I agree. Great pick.
All right, number two. This is another version of a sailing that I have done. So this is not the exact same itinerary that I did, but it dropped off the port that I didn't really love. So
Yeah, you know
this
that.
is called the San Juan Sunsets and Dominican Dreams. It's 7 nights, so
Oh,
very traditional Saturday to Saturday sailing, and it stops in Puerto Plata, in the Dominican Republic, the lovely San Juan in Puerto Rico, the best, well, I think one of the best cruise ports, one of the best day cruise ports you can go
yeah,
to.
it is.
And then as well, this one goes to the beach club in Bimini with a few sea days thrown in there. So this is a nice round 7-day sailing. I did a version of this. I did an 8-night version of this that added St. Croix in December, and it was very nice to just kind of relax and know that like the longer sailings are going to give you more time to explore and more time to taste things and go to restaurants more than once if that's what you want. And I really think these longer sailings are not that 7 is spectacularly long or anything, but I think it's a good way to really get a well-rounded view of the product. You're getting a taste with the one before. This one you're getting all of it, I
Yeah,
think.
you're gonna really be able to dive in with the 7 night. And the other thing that I really love about the brand is our late stays in these ports as well.
Mm-hmm.
So although we're going to popular port of calls, we're always the last one to leave
Mm-hmm.
because we're adults and we don't have kids that need to eat by a certain time. So I do love that because it allows you to have longer days in these ports.
Yep.
And you know, you made a good point, Bob. It's like you don't feel rushed to try to get everything done in the 5 days and then go home completely exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the seven nights will definitely, you should go home a little bit more
Yeah,
relaxed.
it spreads it out some where you're a little more
And I
able
also
to
love the
enjoy.
San Juan. I love San Juan. And,
So good.
it's one of these sailings that you're on and off enough.
Mm-hmm.
You get equal kind of time in the
Mm-hmm.
ports and on the ship. So for those of you that are a little bit more of the cruise enthusiasts and you want to be on the ship a little bit more, this might be the one for
Yeah,
you.
I
Yeah.
agree. All right, let's talk prices with this one. My price for this is $3,196, so
Oof.
just about $3,200. That is again for a central sea terrace and includes $200
Yeah.
of bar tab.
Yeah.
The current sailing price, the current public facing price is $3,360, so about a couple $100 off, but still, that couple $100 plus the $200 bar tab is
Correct. And can
no
we
joke.
just clarify? Maybe you've done it, and so I'll just do it again. When Bob talks about the pricing, that's per cabin. That's not
Yeah,
per person.
good point.
So,
Good point.
Bob, tell me the price again for this 7 night.
So through 3196.
So $3,200
It's
divided by
that's honestly my
like
measure of a good price on a 5 night is 3. So if I see a 5 night sailing selling below $3,000, I'm like jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. To
yeah,
have a 7 night
yeah,
be around 3,
Yep.
is no joke.
And I think that we should also mention the inclusions,
I
right?
was
So
just
for
going to
those
say,
of
I
you,
knew where you were going to go, and I think it's a good time to bring it up.
even more value on top
Mhm.
of that. So you're getting a per cabin price, you're getting a bar tab with both sailings, getting bar tab that's not even a current promo,
Yeah.
um, and maybe even something more if you stay
Oh,
tuned to the end.
I
But
don't know what you're talking about.
but but the inclusions that every sailor with Virgin Voyages gets, we give you that basic Wi-Fi. All your food is included, and we do not have any buffets on board. We have top-notch food. We do have some treat yourself items, but 99.9% of what we have is included, even your specialty dining. We have your tips and gratuities also
Mhm.
included. So my favorite part about that is that you're getting true and authentic service, and you're not getting service based on did you order a hamburger or a steak, you know?
Yeah.
Our workout classes are all included as well, and even
I
our
don't know anything about that.
oh god. Even our basic beverages, so your sodas, teas, coffees, water, we have carafes of water in your cabin, all your juices like apple juice, orange juice, cranberry
Mhm.
juice, and we have all of that is included for you guys. And that's about $1,000, especially on a 7 night sailing. It's about $1,000 of
Mhm.
value per person. And these are all things that people tend to spend money on when they're on a cruise. They want to go someplace other than the
Yep.
buffet. They want Wi-Fi. They want, something other than unsweetened iced tea and unsweetened lemonade.
And
Right?
from concentrate apple juice. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Well,
So I think it's not just about the value that you're getting, the savings that you're getting with Bob, but the brand is also matching that with the value of the service and all of
yeah.
our inclusions as well.
I talk about this all the time. It's a phrase that I call "you're off the boat price." Like sometimes people will look at how a Virgin Voyages sailing is priced and go like, "Oh, like that's higher than this other one on Celebrity or whatever they're comparing it to." But when you start to add all the packages and the Wi-Fi and the gratuities and the drink packages and all that,
Right.
you're coming out ahead more
You
often
are.
than not. Yeah, it's
You are. It's all about seeing the big picture, right? I,
Mhm.
I I tell agents like Bob all the time that if I were an agent, I wouldn't want to sell anything else because if I sell something else, they're going to get so happy. They pay their voyage fare, they're confirmed, and then I got to call them back and say, "Hey, by the way, do you want to add Wi-Fi, tips and gratuity,
Yep.
beverage package, that, and the list goes on and on. $9, bottles of water in your cabin. Like I would hate to make that phone call as
Mhm.
an agent to a sailor
Mhm.
that was just so excited about this new trip that's going to be on their calendar, and then I got to tell them that you got to pay more.
Yeah.
So
It's
with
definitely a shakeup in the industry, and that's probably my like number one reason why I really love Virgin and why I sail and sell them primarily. Like it's such a shakeup. It's such a difference.
yeah.
But once you do it, you're kind of ruined for life. I'm just
In the
saying.
best way, though, guys,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you this. You see this? Once you do this,
Oh, uh-huh.
it's over. Tell
So
them
for
what
those
you
that
did.
don't know, that is a black band. So that is the C band that you use on Virgin to charge everything to your room, and it's your room key and all sorts of things. But the black version means you go rock star. There you go. There's the red and the black. And my first sailing, I think you know this, maybe not. My first sailing was rock star back in 2022. It was
Of course
very
it
early.
was. Of course it was.
Oh, it was so good. It was
That
so
doesn't
good.
surprise me.
No, it doesn't. So I do tend to do things a little fancy. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
I know nothing about that.
Yeah. We're when I said we're bright line friends, we're premium bright line friends.
Yeah, we are.
Uh,
But yeah,
moving on.
I think that this is where you start with
Yeah.
the red band
Yeah.
for your first experience.
Yeah.
But just know that when you get to this band, it's over.
It's
You
over.
will never go back to the red band again
It's over.
in a great way and in a really good way.
Yeah, totally agree. I love that. All right, so moving on. You are hilarious. So the third sailing I have is really for like first timers. This is a Fire and Sunset Soirees. This is probably older than the Dominican days sailing. This is like when you talk about core Virgin Voyages. This one is real early.
This one used to be, it was going to go to Cuba,
Mm-hmm.
and then the world happened, and then we called into Nassau for a while. But now, tell us where the 4 night is going.
Key West, which we love. It's such a great port day. I love a Key West stop. It's an easy. It's so good. And you know who else loves it? The crew on board.
Yeah,
That they come alive on a Key West
yeah,
sailing. They are like
yeah.
super excited. It's all American prices and American stuff, and they're
Right.
all ready to get off the ship and go buy stuff.
So Key West, and where else?
And the beach club in Bimini. Hello to your background again.
Yes, here
We
we are.
love.
This is our gem of the Caribbean.
It's the
So
best.
guys, listen. Bob and I have done this 4 nighter a million times.
Million. Yep.
It's team no sleep. It's go, 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 go.
Mm-hmm.
You are going from the moment that you step on the ship and you start to feel that vibe, it's on. It's like
Mm-hmm.
there's so much to do, so much to see, 2 port days, 1 sea day, and it's like, how am I going to do it all?
You
So
can't.
yeah, you can't. It
You
leaves you
can't.
wanting for more for sure. But we know that some people can only really get, certain days off. Bob, what days is this one going
This
on?
is a Wednesday to Sunday, so this is
There you
before
go.
it's going to shift, which is I like this one better.
I love this one
Yeah.
because I'm back on the bright line by 9 a.m. That's Sunday
Mm-hmm.
morning, and I still have my whole day that I
Yep.
can, get things done. And I'll be honest with you guys, embarkation on Virgin Voyages is so exciting. Like you feel it, like you get goosebumps, like you just feel the energy. Disembarkation,
Same.
people are so mad that they have to go back to reality. The faces that you saw
But
smiling
the
for the past
but
4 days.
the energy is still good. Like they're mad that they're leaving, but like this is one of the biggest differences I think, and we talked about this in the other video that's on my channel, the interview with Nirmal and Nathan and Nicole. That last moment of like being able to grab a bite of breakfast,
Yeah.
you don't really have to be off the ship until 10:30, which is later than almost. I mean, I've never seen that before. They're knocking on your door at 7 a.m. on other cruise lines telling you
Are you
to.
gone yet? Are you still in there?
they're like, won't even let you use the bathroom anymore. They are like, you
Yeah, have
gotta
your
go.
key back.
But this is like, and that's why this doesn't feel like 4 nights. So as much as it's a shorter sailing, it's the shortest one I think you currently offer. I think there's some 3 nights coming, but the 4 nights is the shortest sailing you currently offer, and it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
It is a party from the moment you cross
Yes.
that little red bridge until the
Yes.
moment you walk on that little red
Yes.
bridge.
I agree. So if you are ready to turn up, if you're ready to have a little bit of sleep, if you're ready to go, 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 the 4 night is for you for sure.
Yep, agree. Prices. I have two different kinds of cabins on this one. So there's a central sea terrace and then a standard sea terrace. So a couple different price points depending on what you're looking for. But central sea terrace at $22.36. Yeah. Can you believe that? That is a really good price. The sea terrace is $21.28. Unreal. Yeah.
For 2 people.
For two people,
That's
all
crazy.
of that included, everything,
And what are they waiting for?
and $50 bar tab. So
On top of that
yeah, yeah,
price? Okay.
yeah.
I mean, guys, I don't know. That's a no-brainer for me.
To me, these are short little bite-sized things, but they are, I sail a lot. I mean, I was on last week, and you and I will be on board in 2 weeks, which is I'm very excited about. But we do these little short things all the time, and I think that they are, like I said, perfect for first timers,
Yeah.
perfect for people trying to just get a little taste or a little long weekend away. But the value here is like
The
crazy,
value is crazy on this one.
crazy.
And, another thing I would say about the 4 nighter is you see loads of like friends, girls groups, guys
Mhm.
groups, there's couples, there's multi-generational families. There's older, there's younger, but everyone kind of has the same zest, right?
Mhm.
It's like I have been on board and I have seen 85-year-olds dropping it like it's hot, got better knees than me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where do they get this energy from? You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
it's the people, not only our crew, but our sailors. It's just such a infectious type of
I
experience.
think that this, because it's relatively shorter. I won't say it's so short, but it's relatively short. I think everybody just sort of subscribes,
Yeah.
when they get
Yeah.
on. I was just on, like I said, I was just on last week, and I loved this post. I think this was really cool. There was a person in the Facebook group that posted, and he said, um, who else is taking on a persona for this sailing? I'm never going to see any of you people ever again in my life. So you're going to get something that is not real, something that does not match
Yeah.
my day-to-day life. I'm going to give you something else. And I think that these short sailings are like that. You
Yeah.
just kind of go and you turn up or down or whatever you want to do. Like,
Yeah.
you can kind of do that and make it your own. And I think these 4 nights are like magical,
The 4
for that.
nights, everything that you didn't know that you needed, because
Hmm.
when you come back, I just feel like any Virgin Voyage you come back from and you're on, like, a high for days after, but the 4 night is definitely gonna just throw you in the deep end, right? It's gonna give you everything,
Literally.
options, and you have to choose because on a shorter sailing, you can't do everything,
Yeah.
so, this is just a little shout out because I'm a spa brat.
Hmm.
Um, check out the Virgin Voyages spa
Yep.
because,
Yeah.
say you're going with your partner or your girlfriend, they're the turn up one and you're the one that just kind of likes to chill. During Scarlet Night, the spa is empty. I mean, I'm just saying. So there is still, even on the 4 nights, something
Yeah.
for everyone. If you really want to just chill out, the Redemption Spa is the
Yeah.
best.
I totally agree. I love port days for that too. When you're in port, if you've been to Key West 1,000 times and you don't want to get off, or you've been to Bimini before, I don't know why you wouldn't get off in Bimini, but everyone to their own devices, I guess. But yeah, I use those port days sometimes, to check out the spa and just get a little recentered. All right, so last but not least, I
Oh,
saved I
you did?
saved the one. This one, y'all, this one is, it's bucket list. I'm sorry, like there's no other way to describe the sailing, that I'm going to talk about now.
Give them the
So,
name of the sailing.
Starry Nights in Greece and Croatia. And I wish you would have put, and you named the
It's my
sailings,
fault.
but yeah, I wish you would have put the other place in here too, because you know Virgin Voyages does the Med right. So right now, literally as we speak, there are two ships over, in the Mediterranean, and they typically just, there's some variation to this, but they typically either be based in Barcelona and Athens. So
Mhm.
you'll get sailings from either side of the Med. So whether you've done the Greek Isles before, whether you've done Ibiza and everything over on the, western side, you have an option, right? So those ships head over in like April, May, and then we'll come back in October. But this one, that this one is this one's nuts. So it's 10 nights.
Oh,
Now, I know that that's like a long time, but with the way the airfare is right now over to Europe, this is the way to do it.
that's right.
You go over once and you kind of tick all the boxes in that one trip,
Yes.
because,
That's smart,
airfare
Bob.
can be kind of pricey.
Yeah,
So I think this is why I was drawn to this one.
yeah.
But I'll run through the ports. I have to read them because I have to make sure that I get them in the right order. But you leave Athens, you have a day at sea, and you head up in between Italy, into the Adriatic Sea, so behind the boot. So your first stop is in Kotor,
Oh,
which is a city in Montenegro. And if you just want to, like, I'm going to put a picture in here, but if you just want to like dream a little bit, pull up Google Earth, the one with like the topographical maps, and just find Kotor and just look at what it must look like when you sail into this city. It
mhm.
is nuts. It's basically fjords. It's these big giant gorges, and you're kind of sailing through all of this, this is one you want to get up early for, because this is a sail in and a sail out you don't
Yeah.
want to miss. So then you move to Dubrovnik in Croatia. So I know a lot of people. This is one of the most stunning European cities I think that exists today. It's where Game of Thrones was filmed. So if you love that show, that's your reference. It's the Red Keep. It's it's the capital city. So those are great. And then you start to come back down and out back into the Aegean. So you'll stop in Corfu, which is a great beach club spot. It is just right there on the kind of corner of Greece as you're headed back in that direction. One more sea day, a stop in Santorini, which just, I mean, the the blue roofs and the white, I can't. You all know the photo that I'm talking about. It's an
It's
absolutely
dreamy.
iconic place.
It's
Yeah,
dreamy.
absolutely iconic place. Then Bodrum. And I'll
Oh,
tell you what, this is pretty rare for Virgin. It's not totally rare. Like you've done this before, but stopping in Turkey is just, that takes this sailing and just clicks it up
yeah,
one more notch.
it does.
Because I think you're getting Greece, you're getting Adriatic, you're getting Aegean, you're getting everything like with that you normally do when you sail from Athens, but you're getting that extra little bit of that part of the world. And Bodrum is a fantastic, fantastic destination. There's one more stop. You ready for the famous Mykonos overnight?
Oh, not an overnight.
An overnight, I know. So I love this. So obviously, Tamika said earlier about the late stays. Virgin's also known for their overnight port stops, and to spend the night in Mykonos and that be your last port before returning back, that is an absolute incredible way to cap off a 10 night sailing. That is just, you'll be able to go out and have dinner and go out in Mykonos and then still have a bed and still be able to get up and hit a beach club in the morning before you
Yep,
hit the ship again. I mean, it's just unmatched. All
it
right.
really is.
You want to talk about money?
Talk about money, honey.
Because this one is no joke. This one is, if of all of these, this is the one that I'm really, really pushing. I think this is one of those bucket list decisions, but I think this is a great, great value, especially when I start talking about these numbers. So, currently selling publicly Central Sea Terrace for 6,134, which is not bad.
It is
I
his
don't think that's bad at all.
nights.
That for 10 nights, like in Greece and Turkey and Montenegro and Croatia, no, not bad. How about we knock like about 1,000 off of that? I know. I can't believe I have this price.
Oh my God.
$5,282.
For
Two
two
people, Central Sea Terrace. But wait, plus
plus.
$300 of bar tab.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Who do
Yes,
you know that I need to be with you?
this is what I'm saying. So this is honestly, I think this is just the timing of this one is good too. I didn't mention that. This is in September of 2026. So September 10th through the 22nd. So what I love about this is it's the last Athens round trip sailing. It's just outside of season. The weather will be just a little bit nicer. It
A
won't be
whole
so
lot
hot.
nicer.
Yeah. Because summer in the Med is no joke.
It is not a joke.
And we live in Florida. So if we say it's no joke, then
Exactly.
that's the
Exactly.
truth. But it'll also be outside of the busy like
Yep.
tourist season too.
Yep.
So
The
you're going to
airfare
get
will be
quieter ports.
Yep.
You're going to get better weather. You're going to get all that stuff for almost $1,000 off the normal price.
You know what else? I mean, for those of you that are looking, watching this, whenever you're watching it, there's always a special occasion, right? Whether it's that anniversary that's coming up
Mhm.
next year, that monumental birthday, maybe you're retiring, maybe you are, 2 years into your own business and you want to celebrate. This is the type of sailing that you book in advance. You get this
Mhm.
great rate, and it's something that you look forward to. When you put down your deposit with Virgin Voyages, it's 20%, and you have
Mhm.
up until 120 days before the sailing to make final payment. So I really encourage you guys to reach out to Bob, not only for these four epic sailings. If none of them happen to fit, there's so many more. He's
Mhm.
just picked four out of so many, but
So
I think
many.
he did a great job of giving you guys an array of itineraries. I definitely think there's something for everyone here. But I will say, from sailing in the Meds, I did a Barcelona sailing.
Mhm.
That was my favorite Virgin Voyages sailing.
Yeah.
There is something special about the Meds, about it being with the Virgin brand because we are a European brand, about the way we do it. I mean, driving back to the ship every night, there was always like a message going across the ship in light.
Mhm.
And, he said beach club. Listen, this is beach club, but in Europe, beach club
Yeah.
is up to another vibe. And
Right.
I did on a 7-night sailing, I did 3 beach clubs
Mhm.
because that's my vibe. So, I think that when you go, Bob was really smart to go slightly off season,
Mhm.
like right towards the end of it to get you better prices, not only for the sailing, but for the airfare as well. And I think that, it's definitely feels different when there's less people in port.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Santorini and Mykonos and those are normal cruise ports. Those are very busy places in the summer, but as you start to get into that shoulder season and kind of as things die off,
Yeah.
that's when you want to be there.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
you'll have all this extra money to do those beach clubs and
Yeah. You take that extra $1,000 I saved you and
right.
you go get you a beach club
Go
or
get
two.
me a Turkish rug with the money that Bob
Oh,
saved you.
right. Hello. I know. So I think we talked through these, pretty in depth. But I think my like methodology here, I think you touched on this, is these are really this gives you a little bit of everything that
Yes.
Virgin Voyages has to offer, and I think that's really what I was looking for when we first, had the ability to look at these sailings and to lock in these prices. I think this is just a nice way to share my love of this brand and I mean, we all love it, obviously, or we wouldn't be
And use your
doing.
connections to hook up your people.
Yeah.
Because I just want to reiterate that this is not pricing that everyone has.
This
Um,
true. Good
so
point.
so the only way to get these prices is by booking with Bob. And yeah, so you better get on it because there's only limited spaces too. It's not like he has the whole ship to sell out.
I sure don't. Oh, there's my dog. There's a afternoon thunderstorm, so we're gonna have the dog in the background for the
Oh,
rest of the
God.
thing. All right, so let's do. I always do a lightning round with all of my guests on the show. So I want to do that with you, and then we'll end up with one final question, and then I'll let you go.
Okay.
So I want minimal explanation. Just
Just
give it to me.
just give it to you.
What is your go-to dish that you order on board?
Oh God, Bob.
I
Okay. Okay. My my go-to dish is at Razzle Dazzle. I like
oh
a spin-off of uh, a Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwich. So
mm,
it's my little thing, and it makes me very, very happy. So
I know what you are referring to. I love.
yeah.
All right, so number two, Happenings Cast just had a call out, and you have to cover a role. What role are you choosing?
I'm the spark, baby. I'm gonna bring the vibe. I cannot sing, so I will not be singing, but I will be dancing. I'll be in the crowd getting everybody pumped. I am the
It's
spark.
true. Having done a Scarlet Night with Tamika, I can assure you that she's in the pool dancing.
Yeah.
So that
Even when
makes.
it's freezing cold.
Oh, that was so cold. Oh, I remember.
Oh,
Yeah, ooh, we were so
we're
cold.
numb.
Um, all
Oh,
right. What's your favorite quiet spot on board?
the redemption spa, the salt,
No,
to be
I
specific.
knew. I knew that was going to be yours.
The salt room specifically. But I just I know I only need to give one answer, but can I just give another answer too?
Yeah, whatever.
The
Yeah.
hammock, but at night.
Mm,
At
yeah,
night.
same.
So watching the stars and just hearing the waves, it's the way I wind down every single night. It's in that hammock.
I usually wait until they turn the lights off on the balconies because that's when it really
Yeah,
it's dark, it's quiet, but it's not. And it's, it's windy and yeah, I have fallen asleep out there
me too.
more than
I woke up
more
with a
than
twist in
once.
my neck, but then I just go to the
Yeah.
redemption spa and get a massage, and it's
And get it right back together. All right, so let me think of another one. Are you a gambler? Do you play anything in the casino? Do you do that?
I don't. But if I were, there would be
Yeah.
only one game that I would play.
What is it?
Most of the time, guys, I'm working while I'm sailing, so I'm not
Mm.
the gamble, but roulette is definitely what I would be playing. And I have also been witness to a lot of other people gambling. It's a very entertaining space.
It
The
is.
bar there is always popping and exciting and got lots going on. But I have seen some great faces, heard some great things, and seen some great reactions in the casino.
Yeah, my favorite. I love a slot machine. The louder and the more obnoxious it is, the more lights and the more bells that go off,
Yeah.
the happier I am. And there's one, and it's on all of the ships now. I've confirmed this. It's Little Shop of Horrors, but it is loud and it is my favorite thing. I could sit there for it's bad. It's really bad. I sit there and lost very many dollars. Um, what's your favorite Red Room show? What are you not missing if you're on board?
Resilient lady. Any of
Mm,
the shows in the Red Room, Lotus Library. I mean,
yeah,
those are so epic. I think I think what's really cool about the Red Room is that it's transformational and it can be
love.
set up in so many like different ways. But all resilient Red Room is
I
my
know
favorite. It's just
those shows are the best.
and with Brilliant coming up and having 5 new shows with Brilliant Lady, who is set in sail September 5th. Um, I cannot wait to
Yeah,
see. I mean, murder mysteries
I
and
can't wait.
neon.
I have an Alaska booked next summer on her, and I just that murder mystery has me like
It's gonna
absolutely
be
losing my
hilarious.
mind.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
hilarious, yeah. And we're
yeah.
bringing jazz into our genre, so we're gonna have
Oh,
a
so
show with
good.
duets. So yeah, I'm really excited about the entertainment. That's one of the special things. I mean, there's many special things, but with Virgin Voyages, like we do like a lot of festival style entertainment. It's not your normal like, Broadway type show thing.
Mhm.
Um, we have a show that's called a dance party. Wait,
It's my favorite. That's my answer to that question.
tell them.
I am obsessed with this show. Does it make sense?
No,
No. Does it need to?
no.
No.
And the cat is hilarious.
The cat is hilarious. Okay, so it's called Untitled Dance Show Party Thing. I'm completely obsessed with this show. It is a non-starter. I am going to go see Untitled, and I know that is sometimes like people think that show's weird and whatever, but I've completely bought in. It is the silliest thing in the
It
world,
is.
and
And fun, and you're not like sitting down, and
you're
it's
standing up
and
like
things
the
going
room
on around
moves. It's
you,
yeah.
and yeah, I love it.
It is that is my that is my like one guilty pleasure. And
I love that. I
when
didn't
we're
know
on
that
board,
about you.
in 2 weeks, we're going to Untitled.
Okay,
We're
let's
doing
do
it
it.
because I have to have it. I have to. Okay, last question, and then we'll cut it off. But I we talked a little bit about the support that you've given to me and the support that Virgin offers to first mates and to the industry as a whole. And I'm curious, I asked the same question to Normal and Nathan and Nicole, but I'm curious why you think Virgin Voyages has really like stood on all 10 toes, that this is the way to do business, and why you think this is important to the company.
Yeah, so I love that question. And I think my 2 cents on it is that we launched during a time when the world was facing something that we hadn't faced in my lifetime. And we saw how loyal first mates were to us during that time by finishing their training, by staying in touch with us, even when we didn't have a ship yet. We hadn't set sail yet. And overwhelming support and interest that was there before we even had a product, that said a lot. Um, I think that the first mates have also shown up for us in very big ways and have shocked our senior leadership team with what you guys are capable of. And now our business is built around a
Mm-hmm.
solid first mate business and a solid direct business.
Mm-hmm.
So for without you guys, we can't do it. You
Yeah.
guys are part of the plan. And I think what's so special is that our brand, our senior leaders are cool. Like they will come talk to you, they'll serve you drinks.
They
They're
did an interview with me.
they're very down to earth. And when we do something as a brand that is not right, we hold our hands up to it.
Mm-hmm.
And we are we're just very close to the brand, and we are continuously hearing what not only our sailors say but what our first mates say too. And we have if we didn't have that level of trust, we wouldn't listen. But we
Mm-hmm.
are listening because we know that there are so many absolutely amazing other cruise brands that have been out here 20, 30 years that know what they're doing, and here we are coming to shake it up, and nobody's ever done it this way before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really it's something that we've created together, and we could have never been who we are without our first mates. And we are doubling down on the support that we give you guys because we know the importance. So thank you to Bob, and thank you to all of our first mate community, because Virgin Voyages is a people's brand, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not just about the people that come on board, but it's the people that get them there, and it's the people that are on there when they are sailing that makes everything so memorable.
Yeah, one of the things that was really important to me when I started this and when I started my business and started down this journey was I wanted to make sure that I was aligned to companies and to people that like I could believe in too. That that my one line is I want my clients to all be the kinds of people that I would want to go on vacation with. Like
Yeah.
that is the best way to do it, and I think it's really, yes, it means that I'm always on the hunt for a new best friend. I'm always on the hunt for a new client and ways to build that connection with people. But I see that in what Virgin Voyages brings to the table just as much as what I want. So, yeah, is it crazy that I call Nirmal, the CEO of Virgin Voyages, by his first name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. But it's very telling about how the company operates and their commitment to us and to me. And again, thank you for everything you've done for me. And I know that it's partially because we're just soulmates and that's just how things are going
No,
to be. But
it is for real, right?
yeah.
I think just to kind of round this all together, there's something very special about the way Virgin Voyages makes you feel.
Hmm.
It's when you walk off that ship, it's like you're like, "Oh man, money well spent." Not
Hmm.
just on the things that we give you and the inclusions that we have and the amazing cabins and the amazing crew. There's something about the way it makes you feel. And everybody has these moments when they come off and they're like, "Wow, I didn't know I needed that in that way." So, when you're thinking of your next purchase, because I know we're in a climate where a lot of people are being very conscious about their
Hmm.
purchases, just know that you deserve a Virgin Voyage. You really do. You deserve a price cut from Bob. You deserve you deserve free bar tab from Bob, and you
I
also
agree.
deserve to set sail the Virgin way and
Hmm.
understand what that means. So, we want to give away a little something for
I
those
was just going to say, are you ready?
to
Are you
the
ready to
end.
do this?
Stay to the end. We thank you for staying to the end.
Appreciate it.
Anyone that makes a booking with Bob through the end of May is going to get a $50 bar tab on top of what he's already offering you. Okay?
That
Now,
is very important to note. That is on top of all of the numbers we've talked about. I'll run
that's
through
right.
them on the screen again so you see them.
Yep.
But that is a great gift. So thank you, Tamika. And I'm sure my Bob Voyagers, my little clients, they love that gift as well.
Yes.
And we'll put it to good use.
You better. Okay,
Mhm.
even for people that don't drink, like there's so much stuff that you can
Oh
buy with bar
yeah.
tab. You can do tea time if you want to have like
Hmm.
sweet crumpets. You can do smoothies and fresh
The
pressed
the
juices.
juice bar down on deck 7 by the dock is no joke.
No joke.
That is like a hot spot for me.
It
So
is.
yeah,
So make
doesn't have
good
to be
use
alcohol.
of all this free money that we're sending your way. And Bob, thank you so much for having me.
No,
You know,
thank
I love
you.
you. And guys, my allergies has been killing me. So, you've seen me wipe my nose and I sound crazy, but it's Florida. It's like the worst allergy season we've ever had. So thanks for putting up with this
You
annoying
are
noise.
forgiven. It's totally. I have an ear infection myself, so we're we're not operating at 100% here. But thank you so much for being on, and I just adore you, and thank you so much. And more to come from Tamika. I'm sure we'll be talking a little bit on social media when we get closer to sailing in just a couple of weeks, just at the end
Now
of
we
May.
know how, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. In 2 weeks, when we sail together, we know how to show the FOMO. Okay,
We
so if
showed.
you don't, if you're not convinced after this, look at us in 2 weeks. You'll really book then.
That's true. I love it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.